So good.
Là-bas Là. Professeur.
Hallo, du sabisinga. Siutlomik, tamassi, tikiluaqorusupassi, maanga tusaasiortun katersortitinermut. Ulluimmikkul laqalluinnartor, ullumikku qaangiutilerpor, taannalu nuannaautiisoriorissua, kisia sinnera tuluttut, ingerlakkiaraluassua. First of all, welcome, Mr. President Macron. Welcome, Prime Minister. I am very honored to receive you here in Nuuk for a visit. We have had a good day. We have been in the fjord, in to see the ice cap, in to see how the climate change has affected Greenland. In Greenland, we are people living by the coast. So the environmental changes have huge impact on us. And I'm glad and grateful I could show that to my colleagues here, because we have to do something. I also appreciate that we could talk more concrete about the possibilities for stronger cooperation, both within our countries but also in terms of the European Union. We are a land with a lot of opportunity, both in, we have a lot of resources we can exploit, and if we do it well and if we cooperate well, it can benefit us all very much. I'm also, have to say, beyond grateful for getting the chance to greet you and express Greenland's gratitude towards the strong support France has shown the Greenlandic people throughout the last couple of months. We know that you personally, Mr. President, you have been active supporting Greenland and the Kingdom in these challenging times. From the government of Greenland and the Greenlandic people, I would like to express our gratitude. We live in a time where we have, it's a strange time for us in Greenland. We live on some democratic principle built it up for many, many, many years. Respect for international law, respect for borders, respect for law of the sea, and we are glad you could stand with us to state that those principles are very, very important. Thank you. I'm looking forward to a future where we can make even stronger partnerships and be more concrete about projects and possibilities in Greenland. We strongly want to work more together, and I feel that this could be a very good stepping stone in doing that. Thank you.
Thank you.
And now I will give the word to you, Mr. President.
Merci, Monsieur le Premier ministre. Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. Madame la Première ministre, chère Mette, Monsieur le Premier ministre, Mesdames et Messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, let me first thank the Greenlandic authorities for this warm welcome, and let me thank you, Madam Prime Minister, for having organized this trip a few weeks after the state visit of your king and your queen in France, and it's still very great memories. And let me tell you how moved we are with my delegation by the beauty of this land and the warmth of your welcome. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Uyanak. Les relations d'amitié entre le Groenland et la France sont anciennes. Elles ont été nourries par nos scientifiques, nos explorateurs et la fascination pour votre culture. Et dès 1926, Jean-Baptiste Charcot rejoignit la côte orientale du Groenland et ouvrait la voie aux missions scientifiques dirigées par Paul-Émile Victor à partir de 1934, puis aux travaux de Jean Mallory dans les années 1950. Et ces scientifiques ont contribué à faire connaître le peuple groenlandais, sa terre, ses savoir-faire, ses traditions au plus grand nombre, et ce qu'est la culture inuite. Le Groenland a été replacé au cœur des enjeux géopolitiques dans le contexte actuel, et cette vocation pacifique et scientifique de l'Arctique est aujourd'hui menacée. Le territoire autonome du Royaume de Danemark, en raison de son positionnement stratégique au sein de la zone arctique et de ses ressources naturelles, est devenu un espace convoité et l'objet d'ambitions prédatrices. En venant à Nuuk, à votre invitation, je veux avant toute chose adresser un message de solidarité européenne et de soutien de la France à l'égard du Danemark, du Groenland et du peuple groenlandais. Un message de respect de votre souveraineté et de respect de vos choix. Choix de sécurité, de développement économique et social, de gestion durable des ressources naturelles. Un message de soutien à votre intégrité territoriale, à l'intangibilité de vos frontières, qui ne sont pas négociables. Avec ses partenaires de l'Union européenne, la France continuera à défendre ses principes suivant la Charte des Nations Unies. Let me tell you that being here with you at the invitation of your authorities is for us the occasion to convey a very clear message of French and European solidarity towards Denmark, Greenland, and people of Greenland. A message of respect for your sovereignty and respect for your choices. Choice of security, economic and social development, sustainable monitoring of your natural resources. A message of support for your territorial integrity, your borders. In a few words, everybody think in France, in the European Union, that Greenland is not to be sold, not to be taken. We had very fruitful exchanges with Mr. Prime Minister and Madam Prime Minister about strategic issues in Arctic and obviously security and the posture of our great challengers, Russia, China, the increasing cooperation between these two powers in the region and elsewhere, and the fact that we want to clearly stand with you in order to face these challenges. And France is ready to increase its cooperation with the 7 allies of the Arctic, especially in the framework of the Arctic Council and in the framework of the NB8 with the 8 Nordic and Baltic countries. And clearly NATO is a place where this coordination and interoperability is seriously organized. Let me tell you that I conveyed the message of availability to your authorities to do more in terms of common exercises in order to improve the security and these operations, to increase our capacities as well, but as well to increase economic cooperation and do much more in terms of education, university cooperation, and concrete projects on, from the economic point of view and energy point of view. J'ai en effet ici rappelé à vos autorités que la France était disponible pour agir davantage à vos côtés sur le plan de la sécurité, de l'économie, de l'éducation et afin d'aider à développer des projets concrets sur le terrain, qu'il s'agisse d'énergie hydroélectrique ou d'autres projets. J'ai aussi indiqué à la Première ministre et au Premier ministre notre proposition d'ouvrir ici un consulat général à Nuuk. And France is available to do much more. This is why we decided to open a new general consulate here in Nuuk to be closer to you and alongside with you. A few minutes ago, we saw very clearly together the direct impact of climate change here as well. And let me tell you that facing these challenges, we are ready as well to do much more together. The new maritime roads in the Great North should be preserved, and the region should be preserved as well from any type of conflictuality and any type of over-exploitations by other powers. A few days ago, we were together in the United Nations Conference for the Oceans in Nice, and we opened precisely the decade for science, for the cryosphere, in order to increase our research effort for glaciers and poles, and precisely to improve our answer for climate change. And 10 years after Paris Agreement, we see here very clearly that we have to follow up our efforts and to do much more again together. Your research strategy offers as well new opportunities for cooperation, and we will follow up as Europeans and French in order to improve our cooperation on the Arctic and climate change in the region, and we are ready to strengthen this scientific cooperation with you. La France est prête en effet à renforcer sa coopération scientifique et universitaire, en particulier en ce qui concerne l'étude de l'impact à long terme du réchauffement climatique dans l'Arctique, ainsi que notre coopération culturelle. Et dans le cadre de la décennie des sciences pour la cryosphère, j'ai indiqué aussi au Premier ministre et à la Première ministre que nous étions prêts à faire davantage dans ce domaine, en particulier avec votre université. Enfin, l'Union européenne est présente de longue date au Groenland également. L'Europe est prête à accompagner le développement économique et social du Groenland, qu'il s'agisse des énergies décarbonées, des infrastructures, de l'éducation, de la pêche durable, des matières premières critiques. C'est le sens du partenariat stratégique signé en 2023 entre l'Union européenne et le Groenland, qui doit permettre de développer des chaînes de valeur durables dans le secteur des matières premières stratégiques. Maintenant, nous souhaitons accélérer la mise en œuvre de ce projet. The European Union stands together with Greenland as well. The European Union is ready to accelerate and deliver concrete results in energy and low-carbon energy, in infrastructure, education, sustainable fishing activities, and critical mineral and rare earths. And clearly we do believe that we now have to accelerate the implementation of the strategic partnerships signed 2 years ago in order to have concrete investment and to be part of the economic development of Greenland. The situation in Greenland is clearly a wake-up call for all the Europeans. And let me tell you very directly that you are not alone. And when a strategic message is sent to you, I want just for you to know that it's clearly perceived by the Europeans as targeting a European land. And this flag you have here is our common flag. And we know our common values. And we know our long-standing choices. And this is why it's very important for French people and all the European people to convey very clearly this message of solidarity and the fact that we stand with you, now, for today, and for tomorrow. Thank you very much again, Mr. Prime Minister, Madam Prime Minister, for your welcome, for allowing me and offering me this great honor to be with you in this so beautiful landscape, in this wonderful country. And I'm very moved and very happy to be with you today and to tell you that we will do even much more together. Believe me. Thank you so much. Vive le Groenland, vive le Danemark, vive l'amitié entre le Danemark et la France et vive l'Europe. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. And now, Prime Minister.
Dear Jens-Frederik, first of all, thank you for hosting this visit. It is always a great pleasure to be in Greenland, this beautiful country in the Arctic, defined by its proud and brave people and long-standing traditions. And to you, Mr. President, dear Emmanuel, a deep felt thank you for coming to Greenland. Thank you for being here side by side with us. Thank you for your unwavering support. France has been a close ally and a dear friend to the Kingdom of Denmark for many, many years. And true friendship is defined by loyalty, solidarity and support in good times as well as more challenging times. France and the Kingdom of Denmark share this kind of friendship. And I think, dear Emmanuel, that your visit to Greenland today is a testament to unity of and in Europe. Our strong will to protect what we believe in, democracy, freedom, territorial integrity, and the right of any country to choose its own future. And in this time in history, with so much uncertainty, with a war going on in Europe, we must take on that responsibility by not standing by, but acting. And France is taking a leading role together with other strong European nations. It gives me hope, and it makes me optimistic for the future and for the Europe that we live in. This visit has given us a chance to discuss some of the security challenges in the Arctic region. The importance of the Arctic has increased due to the tense relations between Russia, China and us in the West. In recent years, Russia has expanded their military capabilities in the region, where China is also seeking to establish a military presence in the future. This challenge all of us to an extent few believed possible just a few years ago. And we have been clear in stating that we wish, of course, to work with the US also to strengthen security in the Arctic, but of course cooperation has to take place in a respectful manner. We agree, all of us, that Europe cannot be a bystander to the challenges in front of us. We have to rearm Europe, we have to continue our strong support for Ukraine, and we have to strengthen our common security on the eastern flank and here in the Arctic. We are already present with military capabilities, and we are of course willing to take on a greater responsibility of our security here in the High North, along with our good NATO allies. And therefore I would like to thank you, France, for the strong and concrete presence in the High North already, including recently with naval ships along the coast of Greenland. And to you, Jens-Frederik, Chairman of Naalakkersuisut, and to the people of Greenland, thank you for hosting us. Thank you for openly showing us not only the beauty of your country, but also the challenges that you are facing and the ways to solve it. Mr. President, on behalf of the Kingdom of Denmark, thank you for your leadership, for guiding the fundamental principles we have fought together to obtain, principles we are now fighting to protect. And we will not give in, because that is not who we are, and that is not how we can let the world develop. We will continue to stand with our back straight. We know what we stand for, and our allies do too. Thank you.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Thank you, Mr. President. Now for questions first, KNR.
Hello. Marcus Valentin from KNR. A question for the French President. How will this visit to Greenland affect your conversation with Donald Trump at the G7, and what will you say to him?
Look, I informed him about this trip, and I think it makes clear that the Europeans are ready to face the challenges we have here,
question.
Meaning climate change, economic development, and strategic challenges. But at the same time, it provides a message that we are ready, all of us, to take our responsibilities in a respectful and cooperative way. So I will follow up tomorrow, and I will tell him that we have the chance all together, if we are respectful, lucid, to cooperate and just do what was done years ago in order to address these challenges. And I think this is the only way to move forward. So I will just be extremely accurate, enthusiastic about Greenland, and I will speak because I saw it myself, and we had a very fruitful discussion going into details regarding the key challenges of the future for Greenland and trying to engage again. This is it. And I'm optimistic because I think there is a way forward in order to clearly build a better future in cooperation and not in provocation or confrontation.
Thank you. Radio France International.
Monsieur le Président, on parlait du G7 à l'instant qui va s'ouvrir dans quelques heures, en pleine guerre, en plein conflit entre Israël et l'Iran. Que pensez-vous que les pays du G7 peuvent faire? Donald Trump s'est dit ouvert à une médiation du président Poutine. Qu'en pensez-vous?
Je pense que le G7 doit être l'occasion d'abord de parler des déséquilibres en cours. C'est son objectif, c'est son rôle initial et historique, qu'ils soient économiques que commerciaux, qui traitent des grands défis géoéconomiques comme l'intelligence artificielle. Ensuite, nous devons parler des deux grands conflits, Proche-Moyen-Orient et Ukraine. Et pour moi, le G7 doit avoir pour objectif de tous reconverger. Et donc, pour l'Ukraine, obtenir le plus tôt possible un cessez-le-feu qui permette de bâtir une paix robuste et durable. Et donc, à mes yeux, c'est la question de savoir si le président Trump est disponible à mettre en avant des sanctions beaucoup plus fortes à l'égard de la Russie si elle refusait de répondre à la proposition qu'il a fait depuis maintenant plusieurs mois et à laquelle a répondu le président Zelensky dès le mois de mars. Et donc c'est un des points de discussion que nous aurons quelques jours avant le sommet de l'OTAN. Et pour moi, cet espace-là est celui dans lequel on doit réengager, nous, Européens, avec les Américains et nos autres alliés, Canadiens et Japonais, dont je veux ici souligner aussi la grande constance et la grande solidarité sur le conflit ukrainien. Sur le Proche et Moyen-Orient, nous avons une position, je crois, tous unis. Personne ne souhaite voir l'Iran se doter de l'arme nucléaire, mais tout le monde souhaite que la discussion et la négociation reprennent. Et là aussi, les États-Unis d'Amérique ont une vraie capacité à faire revenir tout le monde autour de la table, compte tenu du fait qu'avec les Européens, ils sont des protagonistes importants de tout accord nucléaire, mais surtout que la dépendance israélienne à l'égard des armes et des munitions américaines leur donne une capacité à négocier. Je ne crois pas que la Russie, qui aujourd'hui est engagée dans un conflit de haute intensité et a décidé de ne pas respecter la Charte des Nations Unies depuis maintenant plusieurs années, puisse être en quoi que ce soit un médiateur. Je pense que c'est la responsabilité collective qui est la nôtre d'essayer de réengager au plus vite un conflit et donc dans un premier temps d'éviter toute escalade et que l'ensemble des protagonistes reviennent à la table des discussions.
Thank you. TV2.
Mr. President, the Pentagon is drawing up contingency plans for a possible takeover of Greenland. The US Defense Minister said the other day. How did that make you feel?
Look, I don't understand exactly what it means and how it could work, because you cannot occupy the territory of an ally. And my perception, and it seems it's largely confirmed, is that people here are united and they don't want. So nobody is calling for an occupation or a special operation, and I'm very careful with a special operation, if I may. So I think if there is the willingness to deal with the current strategic challenges in the Arctic region, this is clearly a vision we can share. But the method is not the right one. the method should be to engage with a sovereign country for its territory, so to engage with the Greenland authorities, with the Kingdom of Denmark, and to work very closely with the other nations engaged in very regular operations in this region to clearly protect the territory and face existing and potential challenges. But I don't believe one second that you can fix a strategic threat by threatening your ally. This is inconsistent.
Thank you. So much.
I have a question for both Macron and Jens-Frederik Nielsen. You've been to the glacier just before and seen the consequences of the climate change. What were the impressions that you had from that trip? And you also said that you want to initiate a cooperation with the Greenlandic universities in research for climate change. But what other concrete initiatives do you plan to move and make in Greenland that would benefit the Greenlandic society and the rest of the world?
Thank you. I think the impression we had, the feeling we got, is this feeling of both beauty and vulnerability. And that this landscape and these places we thought beautiful forever are definitely threatened by climate change, and we do see in front of us the direct consequences of past and sometimes present actions. This is why I do confirm that we want to step up our scientific cooperation on climate change, Arctic Sea and cryospheres. Second, we want to participate to very concrete economic projects, and we are totally available and ready to develop some economic project on hydroelectricity, which is a very positive project in order to create value here and to reduce the oil and gas component of your energy electrical mix. And EDF has the capacities to do so and could be a relevant partner for this hydroelectric project. And third, we are as well ready to be part of your mapping and the collect of data for all the mining projects, because these mining projects are critical in order to develop renewable energies and as well new mobility and so on, if you go from titan to graphite and so on. And it was very clearly mentioned by authorities that you do need more data to be collected, and this is as well a topic on which we want to increase the partnership with the BRGM, which is a French body in charge of these questions. Third, we are as well available through our companies to be part of this project, developing new economic opportunities for the territory.
Yeah. Quinn, yeah, I will just state that we had a wonderful trip, and I was glad and happy that I could show the impact of the climate change, how the ice cap has been melting, and how it affects the Greenlandic people, because we live by and off the sea, all of us. And that means that we have to do something about emission worldwide. And there we can also be we can be a player, because we have potential in renewable energy and so on. And I'm really happy that we can have those discussions. Of course, we have to be more concrete in the future, but I think this was a really, really good stepping stone, and I want to appreciate those conversations today. Thank you. Then TF1.
Bonjour, Bastien Auger pour TF1 LCI. Ma question s'adresse à Monsieur le Président Macron. Vous avez dit, vendredi, vous avez mis en avant le droit d'Israël à se défendre. Vous avez même dit que la France était prête à participer à la défense d'Israël. Est-ce que vous pouvez nous dire déjà si depuis vendredi, la France a aidé d'une quelconque manière Israël, ou si elle compte le faire dans les jours qui viennent? Et puis, est-ce que vous ne craignez pas qu'en cautionnant ces frappes israéliennes en Iran, la France contribue à encourager un scénario similaire à ce qu'on a connu à Gaza, c'est-à-dire une escalade très meurtrière?
J'ai dit vendredi très clairement que la France était préoccupée par la prolifération nucléaire, par le rapport qui avait été fait par l'AIEA et les activités nucléaires en cours de l'Iran, et que celle-ci constituait une menace très claire, existentielle pour Israël, compte tenu de ce que le régime iranien énonce chaque jour, mais une menace pour toute la région et même pour nous-mêmes. Car à la fois le programme balistique et le programme nucléaire iranien sont des menaces. Ça ne veut pas dire pour autant que j'ai cautionné quoi que ce soit, et j'ai d'ailleurs très clairement indiqué que la France n'avait pas participé aux opérations qui ont été menées le 13 juin dernier et dans les jours qui ont suivi. Et j'ai rappelé que la position de la France était claire et constante. Nous considérons que ces sujets, c'est-à-dire la prolifération balistique comme nucléaire, doivent se régler autour d'une table de négociation dans le cadre international et doivent conduire ensuite à un suivi par les agences internationales compétentes en la matière. Et donc, nous appelons au plus vite possible à un retour des discussions de toutes les parties prenantes et à ce qu'aucune escalade ne soit conduite. Nous n'avons participé à aucune opération défensive depuis lors, parce que nous n'avons pas été sollicités. Et j'ai pu m'exprimer et échanger avec le Premier ministre Netanyahou, le président Pezeshkian, président iranien hier, et le président Trump, et avoir exactement les mêmes messages, c'est-à-dire appeler au plus vite à la reprise des discussions sur la question nucléaire et balistique, demander l'arrêt le plus rapide possible de toute frappe, d'où qu'elle vienne, et régler ce sujet de sécurité collective le plus rapidement possible. J'ai enfin pu redire, et vendredi et samedi, à l'ensemble de ces protagonistes, combien ce qui se passe aujourd'hui, et qui nous inquiète tous évidemment beaucoup dans la région, ne doit pas nous faire oublier la situation à Gaza. Le cessez-le-feu est un impératif, la situation humanitaire est inacceptable, et donc nous devons absolument obtenir un cessez-le-feu, la libération de tous les otages, et une reprise de l'aide humanitaire à Gaza.
Thank you. Thea.
Stéphanie Suruc, la télévision danoise. Bonjour, Monsieur le Président. Do you truly see Donald Trump, the U.S., as an ally today? And would you be ready from France to protect the Greenland with military if ever those are not only words and threats, but Trump decides actually to invade?
Look, I do believe that the United States of America remains engaged in NATO and our key and historical alliances. It happens we have disagreements, and we have to deal with them, but they are still an ally. My point is that as Europeans, we have to increase our strategic autonomy, which doesn't mean that we have to withdraw from the existing partnership, but that we have to reduce our dependency, especially towards this ally. Because having an ally doesn't mean you want to depend on him. It means you want to work genuinely and positively with him. And this is why I believe it will take a decade, not a year. But we have to engage and accelerate the concrete efforts we are making in all the different fields in order to improve our strategic autonomy. And let me be clear, Greenland is part of it. When you look at the potential of minerals, rare earths you have here on this territory, the Europeans would be crazy not to protect this area. For Greenland, for Kingdom of Denmark and its sovereignty, but as well for the European interest. I will be very clear. Because here we have some of the resources of our autonomy for today and tomorrow. Now, I always hate elaborating some crazy scenario because the world is sufficiently crazy for all of us. And dealing with the day-to-day life is sufficient for my imagination. But what we should do, very concretely, is to increase the common exercises we have with other Nordic and Baltic states, by the way, with Canada, with even with the US, but common and cooperative exercises to work together to improve the security of this region, Greenland, but as well the security and the safety of the Arctic region, because I think this is just our common good. And this is my answer to your question. Re-engaging, doing more ourselves, offering the others, the US included, to do more with us and not to be confrontational. And I wouldn't start elaborating on what-if scenario publicly, because I don't believe that at the end the US, which is an ally and a friend, will never do something aggressive against another ally.
Thank you, Mr. President, and thank you all for coming today. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Madame la Première Ministre, Monsieur le Premier Ministre. Yeah, thank you.
Goeiedag.
Ne bir geç dakika.